Hello, I'm Wes Turnbull, and welcome to Freemasons The Inside Story. In this episode, we visit two organisations supported by Freemasons Victoria. We also take a look at the day in the life of Grandmaster Bob Jones. All that and more on Freemasons The Inside Story.
We're here today at the Second Bite warehouse in Kensington, and we're going to have a look at behind the scenes of what Second Bite does in the community. 12 months ago, the Freemasons of the Western District donated a van to Second Bite to allow them to continue their good work. And we're here today to follow up and see how they're going. Come join me. So Stuart, you do such fabulous work here. Can you tell us how Second Bite started?
Yeah, well, Second Bite started right here in Melbourne in 2005 by Ian and Simone Carson. They felt impelled to act when they saw the huge amount of food that was going to waste, whilst at the same time there were so many people going hungry. So from that in 2005, we've now grown to a national organisation with over 50 staff, collecting and rescuing food right throughout every state and territory in Australia. In 2014 we have 18 vehicles, we have 10 warehouses and hubs around Australia, and we have over 600 volunteers who regularly support our work, helping us collect and redistribute fresh food to people in need.
So it's wonderful that this food gets recycled. Just how much food does get recycled in a year?
This year we'll collect and redistribute over 5 million kilos of fresh, healthy food, which is enough to provide 10 million meals for hungry Australians.
So Stuart, how does Second Bite choose the community groups to receive this recycled food?
Well, each organisation needs to register with us. They can do that through our website or by calling us. They need to be a not-for-profit organisation that has a food program, providing meals or hampers or food to people in need, and the food can't be sold. So once they've registered and we've checked those facts, we can then start delivering food to them.
That's terrific, Stuart. But perhaps you could give us a little insight in how the community can get involved with Second Bite.
Yes, well there's three main ways, Bob. Firstly, they can donate food. So if there's businesses or organisations in the food industry that have surplus fresh food, we can collect that from them. Secondly, time. If people would like to volunteer, they can register through our website, and we need more volunteers to help us move more food to help people in need. And lastly, we're a not-for-profit, so we need funds. We need people to donate so we can buy more vans, reach out to more organisations and support more people in need. And people again can donate through our website, secondbite.org.
Can you tell me how you got involved in Second Bite?
Well, I started here at Second Bite 2 years ago. I'm fundraising manager and I've fundraised for a number of organisations, but Second Bite really appealed to me as an organisation with a simple idea that there was food going to waste and people that needed it, and it just works as an organisation. It's a great place to work, and it reaches so many organisations.
Stuart, in 2012 the Freemasons of the Western District combined and got together and along with the Board of Benevolence in town donated this van to Second Bite. Can you tell us what impact that's had on your organisation?
Well, it's made a wonderful difference to our work, Bob. You know, the van generously donated by the Freemasons has not only allowed us to collect and distribute fresh food to community organisations that were waiting for that food for their food programs, but it's meant that we can deliver an additional 7,000 kilos of food each week, which is 14,000 meals per week for people in need, and that's over 700,000 meals in a year. So it's made a wonderful impact for our work, and thanks for the generosity.
Oh, look, it's indeed our pleasure. So, look, we need to get this food to the people who need it.
Sure do.
Let's get in and let's go and see if we can give it to the right people.
We can, Bob. Let's go.
All right, where are we going today?
We're going to Asylum Seekers Resource Centre.
So I'm about to go on a delivery with Gad today. Gad's our driver. Gad, how long have you been with the Second Bite?
I started last year, March, so almost a year now. Yeah, enjoying it.
Do you enjoy it? You enjoy your job?
Yeah, it keeps me happy. So
You must get great satisfaction out of recycling the food to the community and getting it to the right people.
Definitely, it's a rewarding job, and I enjoy what I do. So yeah,
That's very good.
pretty much. A lot of the people that we meet, they're all terrific. They're appreciative of what we give them, and it's certainly a rewarding job. We're here, by the way, so...
Oh, we've arrived.
Yeah, so I just got to reverse in there, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. We're delivering 110 kilos of fruit and 110 kilos of veg here.
110 kilos of fruit
and 110 kilos of veg. Yes, that's correct.
That's for distribution to
to the people that are
in the community
Yeah.
under this organisation.
exactly. Yeah,
Terrific. Let's go do it.
that's it.
Well, I've returned now from the pickups and the deliveries we've done with the Second Bite van this morning, and I'm joined by the District Coordinator of the Western District, David Seymour, and a member of the Western District panel, Ted Finch, who is also a member of the Board of Benevolence. David, can you perhaps tell us where the idea sprung from for your district to raise money for this?
Yes, Bob, we were looking for some projects, some charitable project to raise money for from the Western District. We'd heard about Second Bite and the wonderful work they did, but we also found out that they didn't operate in the Western District. So we thought, what an opportunity to raise money to provide a van for them to operate in our district.
And the Board of Benevolence kicked in on top of that, Ted?
Oh, they certainly did, Bob. The Board of Benevolence is always looking to help districts, to help lodges, to raise money for worthwhile causes, and they, with pleasure, donated the money to Second Bite.
And I hope the viewers have had a wonderful morning on the trip with me on the van. I've enjoyed it. Now we better roll the sleeves up and get back in and do some more work.
Sounds like a good idea.
Thank you all.
Freemasons are men from every walks of life, and today we get a great opportunity to go behind the scenes in one of the most prominent Freemasons in Victoria, our Grand Master Bob Jones. Today we're at his business at Recar here in Clayton, and let's take a look in the day of the life of our Grand Master.
Grandmaster, thank you for letting us be a part of your life today, in your busy life.
It's a pleasure, Ben.
Tell us, we see so much of Bob Jones in the ceremonial aspect as being the Grand Master and going around the state and being the figurehead for Freemasonry. But what's the Bob Jones like from 9 to 5?
I wish it was only 9 to 5, Ben. Look, I've always worked long hours all my life. I'm used to it. I enjoy it. I enjoy my business. And today is fairly typical, I'd suggest. I've already been to my Footscray branch this morning. Now I'm here at my Clayton branch, where I'll just oversee a little bit of the weekly goings on. I've got a meeting over at head office at about midday with some clients, so I'll go to that. Then this afternoon, the Grand Secretary has me booked in for a meeting about 2:30, followed by the things that a Grand Master has to do, the 50-year certificates, the widow's pens, all those things that I need to sign and acknowledge, and the correspondence that I get from day to day. Then I'll go home and get changed and go to lodge tonight.
So we're at Clayton. Are we allowed to have a look around?
Yeah, for sure, let's go. So this is the mechanical section. This is where the trucks are first bought. They're stripped down, ready for the panel shop to repair them. The fronts are taken off them, so we can see what's damaged, and then we can start the repair process from there. Ben, this is the body repair shop. This is where we repair cabins such as this, from small repairs up to very large ones. You know, I'm a panel beater by trade, so it's a very highly skilled trade with some of the very best staff in all our branches at repairing these things.
So this feels home to you in here?
Oh, this is home to me, don't worry. This is, I wish I could have more time to spend in here for sure.
Bob, you can't help but come into this side of the building and see this amazing steel yellow structure. Tell us what happens here.
Well, Ben, this is called a crush. This is where we take the twists out of chassis and you know, big steel beams like this. We have a rail in the ground that goes down over 1 metre deep. We're standing on about 100 cubic metres of concrete here, and we chain them to these posts. We can twist anything. We can make a corkscrew straight again, and that's what this piece of equipment does.
Bob, thanks for showing us around Clayton. It's been really informative. We saw that big diary on your desk. What's next?
An appointment at midday over at head office, so I've got to get changed. I better get over there.
Well, welcome to the headquarters of RECAR and ISS First Response, and we're joined again by Grandmaster Bob Jones, who we're lucky enough to be following around all over Melbourne today, and also his son, Cam Jones. Bob and Cam, welcome to the program. Noble Park's facility here where we are, and we've seen you have a meeting already, has a very different feel. What happens here?
Well, Ben, this is the head office. This is where we run all of the companies under the family trust. Administration is done here, accounting is done here, and it also houses a company called Intermodal Support Services, which is a company we started about 9 years ago. It's a call centre. We have a 24/7 call centre here, and I guess we do emergency response for the transport industry. We supply a 24-hour service to the transport industry via this facility here.
And Cam, what does that entail with you in your day-to-day operations with Dad being busy with being the Freemasons Grand Master? How have you helped integrate that workload for him?
A good question. Essentially, it's I guess just picking up more of the slack. There's you know, a lot of tasks that Bob does, and being a family business, Bob tends to, you know, control a lot of the decisions. With Bob being away doing his Freemasonry bit, that's allowed me to step up, make those decisions and make the changes in the business, but still have him there in the background to, I guess, you know, fact check and you know, sense check what I'm doing. So it's been interesting, but it's been enjoyable.
Cam, what are some of the ways that RECAR is involved in giving back to the community?
As a family, always been involved in sport, and we try to give back to the community through some sport sort of sponsorships and support, whether that be from, you know, local cricket clubs that some of our staff play in, to, you know, our current WNBL sponsorship of the Dandenong Rangers, and specifically of Leilani Mitchell, who's a fantastic Australian-born American, and currently playing in the WNBL and WNBA. So, look, we stay involved, and we also look after different industry groups that you know, do a good cause and put back into the industry in their own way. So we try and support them as well.
Grandmaster, we've completed your first day of Bob Jones the businessman, and now it's a change into Bob Jones the Grandmaster. You've got a meeting with the Grand Secretary.
Sure do.
So you better go do that meeting, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later on.
just outside the Grand Master's office, and I know he's in there busy working away, but we'll interrupt him for 5 seconds and just see what the administration life of a Grand Master is really like.
Hello Ben, how are you?
Good, thank you, Grand Master. Grand Master, we've been able to follow you around today, and we noticed that you travel from office to office to office, and here we are in your Grand Master's office. Explain some of the things and some of the decisions that get made in this office.
Well, probably all the big decisions are made in this office, Ben. Look, I've called in for a couple of hours this afternoon. I've got to go over the minutes of the Finance Committee, have a look. I've been asked to have a look at the structure for our new philanthropic giving proposal, and just cast my eye over that. I'll make a number of phone calls from here for the masters I'm going to install during the week or the coming weeks. Get in touch with my senior grant officers, each of their portfolios from our membership, our Grand Inspector of Workings, Grand Inspector of Works, to see how our buildings are going, and just to keep myself in touch with all of those and see if there's anything I need to help them with.
So you've just come from the Grand Secretary's office. Where's to after here?
Well, when I'm finished here and the Grand Secretary is available, we'll get back together in the boardroom. We have a meeting with the Channel 31 overview to see we're on time and on track with all of that. We've got a number of episodes still to film. And then I've got a webcast that I do, a quarterly webcast so the brethren get an update of what we're doing, and so I'm going to film that this afternoon. And hopefully be home in time to get picked up about 6:30 to go to Lodge tonight. We're going to the Scouts Lodge tonight, Baden Powell, and really looking forward to that.
Well, it's been a big day. We started at Recar in Clayton with the Grand Master starting his work, his real work, and now tonight we're at the Mount Waverley Masonic Centre, where the Grand Master will be the special guest at the Baden Powell Lodge.
It's been a great day, been a long day, and it's been very enjoyable to have you along, and hopefully you can make some sort of story out of that. It's been great.
Well, thanks for having us, and I know the viewers of Freemasons Inside Story are happy to be here with you, and we've had a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben, and thank you to everybody.
Robert Kenneth Jones was installed as the 43rd Grand Master of the United Grand Lodge of Victoria in March 2012. The position ranks him alongside several Victorian governors, politicians, senior businessmen and other community leaders. Traditionally, the role of Grand Master is one of great skill and wisdom. In the modern era, the Grand Master leads his members through important ceremonial occasions and also oversees much of the organisation's charitable work. Now, as Bob Jones prepares to install his successor, Hillel Benedict, we look back on his term as Grand Master.
Mark, on behalf of Freemasons Victoria, and in particular the Public Charitable Foundation, it gives me great pleasure to present you this cheque for $25,000 to continue your fabulous work with the latter organisation with the homeless youth of Victoria. On behalf of Freemasons Victoria and the Freemasons of the Bayside area, it gives me great pleasure today to present the key to this beautiful Mercedes-Benz van to enable family life to continue the fabulous work they do in the Bayside area.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much. We're absolutely thrilled and most appreciative of this very, very generous gift.
Is there any truth to goats being part of Masonic ceremonies?
It's another one of those myths that's perpetuated over many, many years. There's no part of the ceremony has any connection to goats. It's just another one of those myths.
We're here at the Masonic Centre of Victoria with Grandmaster Bob Jones, who's about to present the 2013 Victorian Scholarships Award. Welcome, Bob.
Thank you, Justin.
Bob, can you tell us a little bit about the Victorian Scholarships with Freemasons Victoria?
Look, Justin, a number of the scholarships go back over about 101 years as far as we can tell, but in the current form, probably 20 or 30 years, we've been presenting these scholarships, and it's just grown over the years. In the last decade alone, we had about 20 or 30 scholarships to present. Tonight we'll present in excess of 100 scholarships with a total cost getting way over $250,000. And as a Freemason, as the head of Freemasons Victoria, it makes me extremely proud. The other benefactor, the beneficiary I should say, to the month of October was something very close to Kerry's heart. Kerry's been a volunteer at Epworth Freemasons back before the selling of the hospital from Freemasons to Epworth. About 7 years she's volunteered in the oncology department. Coming home every week from looking after people going through the radiation treatment. And I took my hat off to her that she could do that. So it was a no-brainer as far as she was concerned to find something in the oncology department to donate and raise some money for. I'd asked Kerry to make this presentation to Pat and to Scott.
To Patrick and Scott, on behalf of Freemasons Victoria, I would like to present this cheque to both of you for your works that you're doing.
Thank you very much.
As the Grand Master, you join the likes of Sir Dallas Brooks, Lord Somers and Sir William Clark, quite an elite group of men. Tell us about the evening you became the Grand Master.
Probably one of the most emotional moments of my life. I did break down. I guess I held it, but I did get very emotional. To be talked of in the same breath as people like that is for someone from my upbringing, from my background, was very emotional, very proud. Just shows that if you try hard enough, you can get to the top of anything. And no, I'm extremely proud to be the Grand Master of Freemasons Victoria and to be ranked with those men that you just mentioned.
And what do you think your father would have said to you on that evening?
Put your best foot forward, give it your best shot and don't change. Be yourself. As has many of my immediate past Grand Masters, those that are supporting me now, say exactly the same thing. I had a little saying, I wasn't sure if Freemasons Victoria is quite ready for a Bob Jones yet, but here I am, and we're trying to make some changes, and all for the better, and take Freemasonry along what I think is probably a natural path to a bright future. I, Robert Kenneth Jones, in the presence of Almighty God and in the body of this Grand Lodge, do promise and swear that to the best of my ability I will faithfully, zealously and impartially perform the duties of Grand Master of Masons in this jurisdiction, and will at all times enforce strict obedience thereto. So help me God.
This Thursday night, please join us live on Channel 31 at 8 p.m. for a very special event. The spectacular grand installation will see Right Worshipful Brother Hillel Benedict installed as the 44th Grand Master of the United Grand Lodge of Victoria. To find out more about Freemasonry, visit the Freemasons Victoria website at www.freemasonsvic.net.au or phone us on 1800 Freemason. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, LinkedIn and Google+. Thanks for joining us.